I remembered to bring the new map and put it up, and then realized I needed the old map. So I'm going to have to spread out the old map for you for this lesson. We're going to go back in time a little bit. After Lot chose what direction he was going to go, and Abraham went the other direction, but with God's promise that he and his descendants would own the whole region. But before God destroyed Sodom and Gomorrah, there was a real problem in Sodom and Gomorrah. And I'm going to see if I can just lean this up here. Okay. There were some cities along this area here got together and built a great big army, and they came down and they conquered this part of the world. And I don't know what they called their empire, but they kept these people paying taxes to them for 12 years. The time finally came, and that included the kings of Sodom and Gomorrah. The time came when the kings of Sodom and Gomorrah in this area here decided they weren't going to pay taxes anymore. And they banded together with their neighbors, and they all said, no, we're not going to pay taxes to you anymore. We're going to be independent, and you can just go fry ice, because we're not going to have anything to do with you. Well, these people here decided they really didn't want to do without that income. So they marched their armies down to this area and conquered those people. They not only conquered them, archaeologists tell us that they burned the entire area. They burned all the cities, they took all the people in the cities captive, and they just destroyed everything because they were mad at their potential missing income. Lot was living in Sodom, and so that included Sodom. Him and his family, they were all captured and were taken by the people from the north. But one of his servants got away and ran to Abraham and told Abraham. The Bible tells us that Abraham gathered together 393 men from his servants who had been trained to be soldiers. That's how rich Abraham was. He had his own army. They went out after the kings from the north. There was a big fight. They fought against each other. Abraham defeated the kings from the north and rescued everybody, including Lot, and brought them all back home. The king of Sodom said, you know what? Just give me my people back. You can have everything else. And Abraham said, no, I want you to keep everything that was yours. I'll keep the food my men ate. And there were a couple other kings that fought with me, and we'll let them keep their part. But I don't want you to be able to say, you made me rich. So you keep all of the gold and the goods and the clothes and everything that they had taken that you didn't have back. You keep it all. And then Abraham went to a mysterious man in the Bible. He is called Melchizedek. And he's talked about in the book of Hebrews. And Abraham gave a tenth of what he had to Melchizedek, who was a priest of our God. And Melchizedek blessed Abraham and said good things would come of Abraham. We don't know anything else about Melchizedek. We don't know what his lineage was. We don't know what family he came from. We don't know if he had kids. We don't know anything about him except that Abraham paid tithes to him. The Bible in Hebrews, though, holds Melchizedek up to be a sample of Christ. That Jesus is not a priest to us the way the Levites were priests to Israel, but he is a priest to us the way Melchizedek was a priest. He is our priest forever. There will be no lineage handing down because he is our God. and is our priest forever. And so we worship him and give him honor because he is our priest. He is also our king. So he is both our priest and our king. He is our Savior. Okay, let's sing our song. We're going to be soldiers today, like Abraham had his army and his soldiers. Can you march?
Oh.
I'm in the Lord's army.